Negative rebasses. You do realize this moves exponentially up, but it has the same exponential movement down. Tonight's rebase is gonna be a bloodbath. No one cares about your iron hands. You are not part of a special club for losing huge amounts of money. Breaking even or still being up after an absolute hammering does not make you smart, it just means you never realized those massive gains you once had. Good luck, and this is gonna be BitConnect tier. How low do you think we go? 10 cents? Didn't read, still not selling. They will find out how strong the hands are of most holders in about 3 hours. You do realize its negative rebases are what gives this value? You do realize the average AMPL holder is literally retarded. They bought to watch me number go up. When their stack number goes down, they will sell. 100% sure of this. This is pretty much guaranteed when the sub-dollar panic sets in. The question is for how long and at what market cap. Whales will likely keep this in an accumulation zone, which in the case of this means flatlining the market cap. One thing I can say with a good amount of certainty is that this is not some pullback. Dumb money is in and liquidity is being leveraged to make thousands of % profit for some on huge stacks of this. That's the beauty of AMPL though. It can only go down -10% at the max rebase, and that's if the price of AMPL goes to zero, which will never happen. Meanwhile, we have had an average positive rebase of over 12% for the last 30 days. The lopsided nature of the rebase mechanism ensures the project market cap will grow faster than it shrinks. Greater than exponentially down, greater than at an absolute maximum rate of 10% per day. How does it feel to have downs? Just have sex. The price moves to midwit. Dumb, how much will it go down between negative rebases once panic sets in? You had to know there was a death spiral eventually. There is no flaw. Watch how this plays out for the next couple days and you will realize what I am talking about. In the end, I am indifferent. I only participated here to let people know this goes down fast. I put a small amount into AMPL when it was a 50 million cap back in the day and watched it burn to just over like 7 days. Made a nice stack when it pumped back up as I accumulated in the 8 million markup line. This is a fine X play and will eventually pump like gangbusters, but the exchange rollouts are months away and in the meantime it will be a bump fist. The only solid buy, sell recommendation I would make with where this is at right now, is if you are up significantly, cash out your initial so it is at least play money for now. I'm out. I bought the top and am not going to risk going below $1 and face the death spiral of negative rebases. There's no flaw for any project if everyone sells you retard, including XRP or whatever other project you love. I'm up 30x on AMPL after taking out my initial 100k of pure profit. I'm here for the ride and for the long haul. We haven't even integrated with Compound yet, and you're telling us that this is the end? GTFO, it's just the beginning. Biggest buy signal of the day, this URL. They will learn the hard way. You now have less than 2 hours to exit AMPL. The only chance you have is to buy the bottom now. Still not sure why I would buy in below $1 if I expect more people to exit in the future. If the market cap is expected to go down, and I'd expect negative rebases, I wouldn't buy in even if it were to go to 80 cents. Please explain. Buy when everyone has given up hope and the negative rebases have punished the brainlets for weeks. It's over. Sell now or enjoy being dumped on and face negative rebase after negative rebase. Don't say you weren't warned. I am getting this right? It's about trends. If you expect it to go up, you buy for as long as it's above $1. But if you expect it to go down, you do the opposite. You don't buy for as long as it's below $1. Or rather, you don't buy for as long as you expect it to trend below $1. Once it has trended below $1 for a few weeks, I will buy. That's what I am getting out of this. No idea why people here say that everyone will jump to buy up everything the very moment AMPL goes below $1. This goes against the idea of trading AMPL relative to its trend. Sell, 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 sell. Investors dumping you will be justed hard for your ignorance, anon. It will take an astronomical amount of money to pump AMPL to anywhere near $2 again. This coin is dead. The whales have moved to the next quick buck. All that's left are idiots watching their bags slowly bleed out, and it will continue all the way to zero. If it goes way down then way up, will my impermanent loss in the Giza exponentially rack up, or will it even out? I'm not concerned with them. I care about the whales selling massive amounts of Bitcoin for profit by using AMPL and thus replacing Tether. Unless it stabilizes, but who knows? Could really be weeks of negative rebases until this bottoms out at $100 a market cap or IDK. Will be interesting to watch whether it will start trending down or stabilize. How many bings till the rebase tonight? I need to feel better by laughing at AMPL kids. I wish that I could turn back time. Greater than it can only go down minus 10% at the max rebase, and that's if the price of AMPL goes to zero. You do realize that if it goes to zero then the value of your holdings go to zero too, right? There is supply smoothing but not price smoothing. You would get more. Rebase gains don't have a cap. Rebase losses cap at 10%. If AMPL is $0 used, which is impossible in 1 hour 30 minutes, rebase is 7% RN. Don't think we'll dip below $1 tonight. Great entry point for whales to grab a larger percent of MKT cap as weak hands panic sell. If anything goes to zero, the value is zero. AMPL will never be worth zero. GTFO. You do realize how much of a bargain this would be at $0? Question mark. Did you read my comment and the comment I commented on? Retard, I didn't even say that. Just making a point that price moves. It would be. But why do you guys assume that someone holding an opposite perspective on one element of AMPL means that person is against AMPL? You guys can hold opposing ideas in your heads, right? It's a repeat of the shakeout when it dropped from 4. Wish I swung this tip instead of held. Because you made a retarded and obvious statement, and because you worded it in a condescending manner. That a good enough explanation? Greater than. You do realize this moves exponentially up, but it is the same exponential movement down. Holy, how has no one brought this up before? Wow, Anons, thank you. I know you all have my best interest with these threads begging me to sell. That's why I want you to listen close, because I say the following with love. I am never selling. Didn't AMPL holders get dusted with hex like 2 to 3 days ago? Are you guys retarded? There won't be a negative rebase today, or likely for a long time. Oracle rate is $1.74, another 5 to 6% rebase today. Like I give a what the price is over the next month. I'm up 30x and 100k. There is no way we are going to enter a significant negative rebases while the Giza is offering an APY of 212% over the next 71 days. Like I said, GTFO? I'm not selling either. Literally no one has. Thank God for this revelation. Okay, chill bro. I was just making a point that the price goes down to and isn't affected by supply smoothing. You made a good decision buying AMPL. You did good. Good boy. Image. It won't be today, but AMPs are going to see a negative rebase soon. True, my bad kek image, but the drop does look pretty severe in its historic context. You do realize market cap is calculated by supply and price. Exaggerated price drops will more than make up for the 10% neg rebase limit. This thing is nowhere near being the stable coin it reportedly desires to be. Yup, if price dropped to 10 cents from $1 it would result in a minus 9% rebase and a 90% drop price. Thus, the market cap would have dropped 90% and minus 9% for the negative rebase. 90% drop in price equals 90% drop in market cap. 10 cents equals AMPL would be dead, destroyed, absolutely Thanosed. Since we reached $4, isn't it entirely feasible to reach 25 cents in a few weeks? After an uptrend, we must also undergo a healthy correction and downtrend before we stabilize. Higher highs, lower lows, the cycle begins anew. Can't wait to buy this dip, ready to get wrecked. Anons, can anyone on here do TA and tell us how overbought this is? Cute FUD. It barely touched 0.50 in the March crash and quickly shot back up to $1. I'm buying the dip. Wouldn't the price reach 10 cents only if all the whales started dumping? or are they willing to hold through 10 days of negative rebase? Don't the white stripes completely defeat the point of the camo, and the Gucci belt? I underestimated the clownness of this world. You're supposed to obey the trend and let people FOMO sell to 25 cents. Such that you can make profit in the future despite temporarily suffering negative rebases. 75-cent gain greater than negative rebases loss equals you profit. We're not Kuunumaki at AMPL. This is also why negative rebases are limited to 10%. Don't you get it? March crash didn't have 100x freshly minted whales waiting to see the top to sell. This but unironically did the investors really kill this project? Not as far as I can tell, just fear of the investors. I don't think any of them sold. Just the fear of them alone got all the Indians to dump their AMPL's image. AMP Connect by March crash also didn't have Giza, and current sentiment in the overall crypto space has changed, but yes, there is a lot more supply now. Hello people dumping AMPL, let me introduce you to XSN. We have cookies and positive growth. Sorry, I have to correct myself. Negative rebases are good because it makes it more scarce, plus extra price increase if you buy in as low as possible. Or am I wrong? Come on, Anons. Help old Bobo out here. Didn't read, am buying today post rebase. Why not buy before? The project is not dead, it's just grossly overbought. That much gains in 1 month is not sustainable. You have way too many people that made way too much money that are looking to take profits and that will panic sell when they see a trend reversal, and at this point the market cap is so large that buying pressure can't possibly keep up. AMPL could still do well in the future, and it might be a good idea to pick it up later after capitulation. Sucks that I only got in at $500. At least I sold around the top instead of still holding this tanking. Look at MKT cap, still a drop, but that's more important due to rebase. Investors dumped right into rebase at 4 AM, trying to hide the price drop under the rebase. AMPL worth 400k purchased on Uniswap. What does the geezer actually do? How is it different from holding in my wallet? Looks like I wasn't alone. You gain less when it goes up and lose more when it goes down, but you earn a tiny bit of transaction fees and some extra AMPL from the team via the geezer. If AMPL manages to crab from here on out until the end of the geezer, you win. In the geezer, crabs always win. If you think that the ratio between ETH and AMPL will be roughly the same when you plan to pull out of the geezer as at the time you put your stuff into it, you win. Anonymous, ID, 2 Yakvsk, the 29th of July 2020, WED, 22:14 and 19 seconds, number 20,819,774, greater than $1.07. I almost bought this. Wow, can I not put the AMPL I already have into the geezer? Would I need to convert it to ETH first? It doesn't have the same exponential movement down. Also, for Christ's sake, it doesn't matter if you gain or lose coins during rebases, for the last time people holy. It kinda does in the short term if buy pressure keeps the price up when planning to exit, but it's hilarious going on YouTube and seeing comments thinking it's a money printing machine. Lmao. That's not how that works, and my chin protrudes enough to your mother with it. No, you put 50/50 ETH/AMPL into the Uniswap pool via Zapper or Uniswap interface. Then you receive Uniswap pool tokens that represent your share of the whole pool. Those you put into the geezer, which rewards you with some additional AMPL. It rewards you with more AMPL if you do not pull out too early. Never do this before watching this URL and running the numbers and understanding what you're doing. The gains really aren't that great if it's not crabbing. But if you're a weak hand that does terrible swing trades but believe in the project long term, the geezer might incentivize you to have stronger hands since you'd give up your geezer multiplier. Explain for brainlit. Emotional, sell signal. You always own the same percent of the market cap when you buy it. That's what rebases do. they lower the price and increase your supply proportionally or vice versa for negative rebases. The market cap has well enough room to grow, so holding is smart. Everybody loses coins at the same rate. You still own the same percentage of the market cap. Yes, you're down, but if you believe the market cap will go back up, you never really lost money. Just like any other asset. Just pay attention to market cap in long term. I bet he typed that with a completely straight face. Worst negative rebase is capped at 10%, so if you always own one BTC, then it doesn't matter if it is $1 or $100,000. Greater than you same share of market cap. If the market cap goes down, you lose money. You are retarded. Rebase percent is computed from the 10-day average, so one day under 1.06 doesn't have immediate impact. AMPL supply fluctuates with the market cap, so when you buy it you own a percentage of a buy, which goes up or down in value depending on how many people have money in the buy. Negative rebase, supply deflation, is capped at 10%, whereas positive rebase has a much higher cap, 80 to 90% or something, so it is mathematically predisposed to avoid a sudden dump down below 0.95. Buy it when it goes up, not while it's down. Sell while it's down. It's a 24-hour average divided by 10. You dump few greater than if the market cap goes down you lose money. Oh no. I wish literally every other coin and stock didn't work this way. 24 average over or below the threshold divided by 10. Retard, if this is BitConnect tier, it's still going way higher. Absolute tier FUD. It's designed to induce buy FOMO during an uptrend and induce sell FOMO during a downtrend. Guess what we are about to enter? Yep, exactly. It went to 40 cents before and it will happen again. Nothing can 100x in 50 days and stay that high. I sold for Sutarasu. Watch me become a multimillionaire with a simple 5x. I stand corrected then. So the overall price throughout one day decides the rebase, over a sudden pre-rebase dip. I'd laugh my off if investors just bought it back up to $2 just to get Moon Boys buy back in again mu third wave and then dump them into oblivion at the peak. So it simply means that it will bleed out over months instead of correcting in a shorter amount of time. Good thing I got out of this pose at the top and can invest into other things until it's done bleeding out in a few months. Greater than sold the bottom, greater than it's going back up. I was promised 10 cents. Why aren't you clowns using the dashboard on the AMPL 4th site? It has everything there. Greater than lose more. When it goes down you lose less, you retard. Compared to 100% AMPL exposure maybe, but not to holding the 50/50 ETH and AMPL in your wallet and doing nothing with it. It gives you more of the tanking token and less of the appreciating token. What was that about? So maybe now you see how scary impermanent loss truly is. Comparing to holding 100% AMPL is the wrong frame of reference. You get shafted either way unless it crabs, and earnings from fees are only around 0.25% a day. Otherwise there would be no need for the Giza extra AMPL incentive. Bobo no have mercy, he sold the bottom, it's pumping again. Foo you, hour and a half of straight increase, might just be the time. Nope. Sell walls are being stacked. Intentions are clear. They will crash the price. The second it goes under $1 everyone is going to panic sell. Greater than A any minute now. Ugh. I bought the top and I sold the bottom. Why is it pumping again? You. Duh. Speculation coin acts speculatively. Hua. Not selling. It has paid for itself several times over already for those that bought the top. Think about that. Just think about it. What are you so cocky about? AMPL is at lower lows than it has been in an entire month. Hope you're right, cause I sold the post rebase pump and am hoping to buy back in later. Because after more than doubling its markup in a week, which is obviously unsustainable, paired with a massive investor unlock, it only pulled back a few days worth. Meanwhile pooled liquidity dropped a fraction amount, and the base of holders expanded, while the token price itself has bounced off $1.05. Hard, twice. and I bought in above $3 and then watched it crash down to 1.51 that same night, and I'm still at 150% greater than AMPL is at lower lows than it has been in an entire month. Oops, forgot to specifically allow at this greater than 430 meters markup greater than a month ago it was tilde 15 meters greater than lowest lows. Greater than MFWOHHH non never gets old. No different than how any other token makes parabolic gains and losses ULOL. Sold 50k AMPLs 2 days ago at $2 right before rebase. Bought 6k just now at $1.04. Gonna leave IT there till IT dies. 0.88 re 85 nothing wrong with me this was worth it lmao. No matter how bad a trade I make, at least I wasn't retarded enough to fall for this face-up Ponzi. This is single mom buying a Mary Kay starter kit tier lol. This is tempting. The real panic starts before the second negative rebase. First rebase is going to be a shock for brainlets that think this generates income. You would be shocked how many I'm seeing absolute retards elsewhere into this. If the price is below 1 for the day after they are going to collectively panic. Breathes in. Imagine not dumping this earlier greater than T. Former AMPL holder. It's glorious. I added it to my block folio just so I can witness the next BitConnect Digibyte unfold in real time. Sucker born every minute lol. First I would like to say, LOL. Second, I would like to ask, did you guys sell? Update, holy in the 6 minutes since my last post it's literally dropped 20% to now. I'm sorry, but did AMPL already crash? Oh, that's right. The rebase hasn't happened yet. In fact, the rebase is still hours away. Does dumping 40% in market cap count as a crash? Is that what you're saying? Because if you're saying that I can assure you that you're wrong. Why would you make this post when the token is still printing every day? AMPL is being pooled right now and has been the top performer for how many days now? It's up against some of the worst establishment in India who just happen to have a lead because they're feeding off the energy of the 2017 bull run. But you know what? They still suck. AMPL is one of the single greatest tokens in the world. It turned a small loan of a few ETH into hundreds and would have made more if not for whales trying to chase other pumps. Maybe you should shut the up before you make retarded posts like this. You know why? Because you're going to be embarrassed when AMPL passes Tether and somebody shows you a screen cap of your posts. The reason I bought into this coin was because everybody in the Telegram unironically bought in thinking that the free coins were giving them compounding interest. There was a sell after the rebase mentality. Whales played into this idea the whole time, keeping quiet and letting the idiots FOMO into the free crypto printing machine. I sold for my 3x but have been reading the Telegram these past 2 days and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Comedy gold. I think the mechanics behind the coin are interesting though. It is for the future generation though, and I'm not opting to be a lab rat. The crypto world is the Wild West. Idiots will FOMO in for free money, and the smart people will take advantage of them by swinging and hopping out once they've made their easy bucks. Nobody cares about the tech. /sp/transplant here and I love it. Let the amplets hit the floor. Let the amplets hit the floor. You know this has a very high likelihood of losing 99+% in a week. Negative feedback loop. I hope you actually have realized those hundreds of ETH of profit rather than as the current value of your AMPL holdings never selling crashing this coin. With no survivors don't revenge trade idiot. Yes please never sell Mao. I think everyone understands that 0 equals 0. You are not as smart as you think you are. F for Moutan and I'm pretty dissociated from all this even though I have lost 100k, no worries. It's gonna go be back up, Insure. What part of never selling can't you understand? If you didn't lose 100k, you never had 100k and you never will have 100k anon. Please tell me part of that is credit card debt. I know that the biggest retards in this are investing with credit card debt. I do It's worse anon. It was my link stack. Alrighty then, think I'm gonna go to sleep. Can't wait to see AMPL at 0.20 greater than be me last week, greater than have a ton of F. Greater than be called a literal retard by multiple people for not going all in. AMPL at $3.90. I'm laughing so hard it could break the face of God.